I'll get to that in 1 second. I just want to say, Coach Davidoff and that staff and that team, they did an incredible job. They're well coached. They have really good athletes, and they're going to get better and better. And I have a ton of respect for that staff and that team. With the safeties, yeah, that was hard. We play with 3 safeties. We feel good about a bunch. And obviously we lost Muse to the targeting, and then Dion with the injury. So Cam Arnold stepped up as a true freshman.
Flashed his brilliance again. They had a flat pass rush when they needed it at the right time. They dialed up.
Guys, if you can, just a reminder to mute your line, please.
Thanks. Yeah. So I thought Cam stepped up, did a really nice job. First action. So that's what we did. It was the next guy up, and I thought he did a nice job.
Again, if you can, just raise your digital hand. We'll call on you, and a reminder to keep your line muted unless asking a question. We'll go to Julian.
Jason, sorry. Jeez. Give me a second.
We'll go to Andy Baxter.
Jeff, second straight game there where down the stretch, Phil Jerkovich has just been on the money, 12 of 14 to end the game this time around. What have you seen in terms of his poise down the stretch in these final fourth quarters?
Well, what I've seen is maybe we need to tell him it's the fourth quarter and we need to score quick. He looked like a different player. He's tentative in the beginning. But just poise. I looked at him at the end on those 2 drives, and I just said, this is what we've talked about. Go play ball, man. Don't think. Just let it rip. And he did. And I'm proud of him. And we need to get better, and we will get better. But can't take away what he did at the end of the game. The whole offense, truthfully, and the staff, I thought Coach Signetti, we struggled early. And when we needed him the most, they did an awesome job.
We'll go to Trevor.
Yeah, more along those lines. When he had 5 straight completions there, can you just describe that stretch, just one after the other, that just kept going?
Yeah, I mean, it's what you saw. The ball came out quick. He set his feet. He made the throw. He hit the right read. At least from my eye today, we had guys open. We did, and we didn't get it to him. And at the end, he did. So whatever it was he found in the fourth, we have to do a better job of making sure he does that in the first. We need to do a better job of making sure he does that.
We'll go next to Julian.
Try it again. You had said during the week that this team could have easily been 3-0. You understood how tough the matchup could be. But when they come out that first half, that first quarter, really, they set the tone physically. They're imposing. Are you kind of in for it? Are you kind of realizing, like, hey, we're in for one. This could be a long one?
No, truthfully, I knew we'd be in for it. And I wasn't giving you guys coach talk early in the week. Our games are going to be played like that this year. And I mean that. We're going to fight. And it doesn't matter who comes out of the tunnel. We're just going to play and do the best we can. But I had a lot of respect for that team. If you watch their tape closely and really study it, you can see why. You see how fast they are. You see how they get on the perimeter. You see the back speed and their shiftiness. You see number 18, how big and strong he is on the deep balls on the outside. I mean, they have a ton of players on that offense who would all start in the ACC, and they're very well coached. So we didn't take them for granted. And I told the team we were going to win it in the fourth, and that's how we're going to play. And I respected our opponent, and when we went out and we did that.
We'll go next to Rich.
Might seem like a long time ago, but what did you think of that play that Palmer made, the interception to stop their drive?
Well, it was a great play, and I believe Josh DeBerry tipped it up in the air, and it bounced to him. I just wish he scored on it, Rich. We were close. I would have loved to see him get it in. We almost had the second interception that would have helped us. Josh DeBerry made another really nice play, and the ball kind of came up on him quick, and he just couldn't get his eyes on it quick enough. But we have to take the ball away on defense. We have to, and hopefully we'll continue to do that.
We'll go back to Julian.
I think you're on mute, Julian.
When did you tell them you were going to win the fourth quarter? When did you tell them you were going to win it in the fourth quarter?
I told them that before the game. I told them that all week. That's how we're going to play football. We're going to go out there and we're going to have energy and we're going to play and we're going to fight. And then when it comes in the fourth quarter, whether we're down 2 or up 2, that's when we have to win the game. And if you guys see in the fourth, our team all comes together and they clap it up. We don't just stand there and hold up 4 fingers. Our team comes together, and that's what we talk about. Regardless of the score, we're going to win it in the fourth. And until they blow the whistle, I'm confident we're going to do that. I want our team confident we're going to do that, and that's going to have to be our mentality all year.
And then real quickly, I could see Max on the sideline kind of saying it's going to come down to us. I think they said it on TV too. It's going to come down to us, to the defense. Can you talk about them and then also the composure for offense and defense in that last stretch, just to keep it together?
Yeah, on defense, I think it was, a little bit inconsistent, which again, ultimately that comes back to me. They hit us on some plays where we didn't line up right. We were doing things that were uncharacteristic. We didn't cover down. We had some guys uncovered, simple things. And for them to keep their composure and figure it out and just keep battling, I knew it would come down to the defense, and I kept telling them that. We needed to get our offense the ball back quicker and get them in some rhythm. We weren't doing that. We weren't getting 3 and outs and giving our offense plays. We were on the field for too long, and we needed to get our guys comfortable on offense. It's a team game that we got to work together. The offense's composure at the end, it is what you saw. If you could have seen the look on our guy's face when I had him in that huddle in the fourth, even when we were down multiple possessions, there was no doubt in their minds that they were going to go down and score. The look in their eyes, they didn't flinch, and it just says everything about this football team. I don't care how we win games. I want to get better, and we're going to coach better. Trust me. But I'm not going to make an excuse forever for winning a game. And I told the guys in the locker room, this is what our team is. I mean, this is who you guys are. Your backs are up against it. They've been up against it, and we don't flinch.
We'll go to Andy Backstrom.
2 questions about Aaron Boomerang. First of all, I know during the week you'd said that he had been battling injury, didn't play last week. What led into the decision to have him play today? And secondly, what did you see from him just from composure and being able to be iced 3 plays in a row and then hit that game winner?
Yeah, well, one, he wasn't quite healthy last week, and we didn't think it'd be fair to him to go out there and kick. He went through a strong amount of work and tests this week, and he felt good, and he looked great on Thursday's practice, and we thought he gave us the best chance to win. We got the 1 field goal block early off the edge, which was not his fault. The timing was good. Trust me, we looked into that. And then ton of confidence at the end. Icing him 3 times. I really have never been a head coach and had someone ice me 3 times before, so I wasn't sure whether I'd go up and talk to him or just leave him alone. So I decided to leave him alone, which I think was probably the smart move. But I had a ton of confidence in him. He's been hitting that all week. I was more, when he was kicking it, I was trying to figure out what we wanted to do because they have a dangerous returner, and I didn't want to kick the ball to him. So I was very confident that he'd make the kick. I appreciate him. He's battled through injuries, and I have a ton of respect for him.
Go to Kevin Stone.
Hey, Coach, congratulations.
Thanks.
I'm not sure if you saw this or not, but just before the fourth quarter started, Travis Levy kind of huddled the team together and seemed like he had a pretty passionate speech. I'm just curious if you know what he said or if you saw it or anything like that.
I don't, truthfully, and I don't want to put words in his mouth, so that might be something you can grab him on during the week. But it doesn't surprise me because he's an incredible leader, and he's one of the toughest guys I've ever been around, and I love him.
And we'll wrap things up with Julian.
All right. I just wanted to ask a quick question about David Bailey. Kind of, is he okay? Everything? Is he fine, or is it just kind of a situational thing toward his usage throughout the game?
Truthfully, I'm obviously wrapped up in the game. I haven't seen his carries. I haven't seen his stats yet, so I'll look at that. But I do believe he's fine. Probably something too. I could probably get you a better answer to later in the week when we talk, Julian. And I'm not avoiding your question, truthfully, and just I'd like to look into it a little bit more.
Jeff, we appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
All right, guys, thank you. Have a great night. I appreciate you coming on.
We will have Mike Palmer, Phil Dracovic, Aaron Boomerang, and Hunter Long coming up.